Hello, Nadine here with Imagine, and today I'm just going to share with you how I created a pretty card using one of the new Delicata inks. This is going to be rose gold that I'm using, gorgeous color, and I'm also going to be using the gold embossing powder by Imagine, Versamark, one of their jumbo daubers, and some on point glue. So let me get started. The first thing I'm going to do is just take a stamp. I am using, these are some really old stamps that I've had forever, that is from Basic Gray, I think. And they're actually these two flowered stamps. It's layered. You can use any kind of a layered stamp for this technique. So just ink up my stamp. And I'm going to stamp it on just a scratch piece of paper. Show you that. See the shimmer in that Delicata ink? Gorgeous. Now, I'm just going to heat set this, and then I'm going to fussy cut it out. Okay, now that I have that little piece fussy cut out, this is actually going to be a mask that I'm going to use. And going back, using the front of the card, I'm going to randomly stamp this image around on the front of the card, and I'm going to use this mask to stamp over so it looks like there's flowers behind and on front of each other. Again, I'm going to heat set this, and the reason why I'm going to heat set it is just because this ink does take a little bit of time to dry, so it makes it so it doesn't smear on my paper. Placing the mask over that flower, and then stamp again. Now, in the same process of using the mask over the flowers, I'm going to use the outline of the stamp with my Versamark. Sorry, it's a very dirty pad here. And line it up, or try to line it up, and stamp right over your previously stamped images. And just pour some of the gold embossing powder. Okay, now taking your big sponge dauber and Delicata ink, get it onto the dauber. And starting from the outside edge, just kind of go in lightly all the way around your card. Using a die, I cut out 6 sentiments that say big hugs. I'm going to use the on point glue, and I'm going to adhere all of these together so they're all stacked together. Okay, now that I have all of my layers adhered together, you can see it makes it thicker, and I adhered the front of my card base onto the front of the card. I also used a piece of foiled paper by Renia behind that in blush, which complements the rose gold perfectly. I'm going to take my stacked sentiment press it down into the Versa mark. Put it back into my little tray and pour some of the gold over the top of it. And heat set it, and before it cools down I'm actually going to push it back down into that just to make it thicker. There you go. So now it's looks like a metal piece with all the layers of the embossing powder on there. Using more on point glue onto the back, and then just adhere it to the front of your card and you are done. Simple yet elegant or pretty card. Thanks for watching.